The exciting new line of Team Realtree tees and caps fit any lifestyle with their distinctive and stylish graphics. As usual, our Team Realtree racing line continues to catch the eye of NASCAR fans everywhere. And don't forget our new Realtree Outdoors videos. They're full of fast-paced hunting action you'll not want to miss. Check us out on the web at Realtree.com or visit your local sporting goods dealer for more information on these and other great Realtree products.
I like new products that make me a better hunter. Easy to install, the new Team Realtree Easy Hanger is a must for any hunter. Instead of reaching back trying to find your bow, the Easy Hanger puts your bow out away from the tree, easy to reach and with very little movement. The short Easy Hanger works great for hanging your backpack or other accessories. You can also use the Easy Hanger for a rifle rest and an armrest. Look for the Team Realtree Easy Hanger at your local sporting goods dealer, or for more information, check us out on Realtree.com.
Willie, I'm full. You sure you ain't gonna eat nothing?
No, I ain't hungry. I'm too busy thinking. You know what I'm thinking about, T-Bone? Two things. One, the way that old girl that was serving that potato salad gave me that "I want you" look. You think a man would get used to that, but I don't. And two, I'm thinking you and I left some money in the woods back with them real-time boys down there.
You know what's on my mind? My heart set on some of them fish sticks. You reckon old Ben Gordon's got some of them in his truck?
Ain't but one way to find out. You got one more good shot left in you?
For them fish sticks, I do.
Well, T-Bone, grab your bow and let's you and I go stimulate the economy.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Realtree's Monster Bucks 10 Volume 2. We hope all of you had an opportunity to see Volume 1, but I promise you we got more great hunts coming up, and Michael and David, Volume 1 was good, but we got some great hunts coming up now.
It's been great, and I tell you, the archery competition has been fun, but one of my favorites has been the highlights and the lowlights of the last 10 years.
You know, I tell you what, we have so many great memories. David, you've been at Realtree for 11 years, Michael with 8, and you know, what's been really neat is just sharing the outdoor experience with so many of our friends. And right now, I'm looking over David's shoulder, and I'm getting a little nervous right here.
Is this deja vu, Bill?
Yeah.
From the barbed wire buck from
Willie's
Kansas?
not on the other side of that hill anywhere,
I hope not. Where's Willie and T-Bone on these tough shots when you know?
Well, you know, folks, if you got a chance to watch our videos over the years, I hit a barbed wire fence on a truly big Kansas buck, and gosh, I'm making nervous.
Bill,
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the way. Let me do it.
Go ahead and get you some. Go ahead and get you some, Bill. I can tell you, this is not an easy shot. It's not an easy shot.
You know, I'm gonna do just like I did in Kansas. I'm not even gonna let the fence come into play, but I'll probably hit it.
It's tough, yeah.
Okay.
Double shot.
You think I can shoot under the fence or over it? This is gonna be tough.
Ooh, good shot. Did you go over it or under it? Or do you
I
know?
can't tell you. I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
You didn't hit it.
You didn't hit it.
Go, Mike.
Oh, Lord.
Bust it up.
I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to this target. This has got me stumped.
I will tell you after I shot which way my arrow went. But I was a little nervous.
Do a little cam shot.
All right, here we go.
Would not use that pin.
Make sure my little cam ain't in
The
my...
fence does not even come into play on
But
this.
Mike, we had to worry about all these cords hooked on us.
Shot a little low. That tells you
David, it
anything,
is
David.
wide open on the fence.
It is wide open. I'm not going to tell you which way to go over it. I know more about it now.
We can't tell him.
Can't tell him. But it is wide open.
I'm gonna go for the fence.
Go for the fence, and I promise you, don't even worry about the fence. Just shoot like you would normally. You're thinking about it way too much.
Get you some, D. It's wide open, brother. That is a tough shot.
You got the right height, got the right angle.
Put him in the back of the
There you
pickup
go.
truck.
See,
That's
the
a good
fence
shot.
never came into play.
Good shot, brother.
Thank you.
Good
Put him
shot.
in the back of the
Thank
truck.
you.
All right, now let's go look at some of those deer hunts. Great shot, bud.
Thank you,
Good
man.
shot, man.
I need it.
That's a 12, I believe.
I think a lot of times, you know, on our videos, we have a lot of successful hunts, but what I really think makes our videos successful are really our misses or our near misses or our lost opportunities. You know, that happened to me a couple of years ago in Kansas on a 200 typical whitetail deer. You know, I rattled that buck up from about 600 yards off, and I was on the other side of a barbed wire fence, and you know, I thought to myself, gosh, I gotta shoot through that fence. But who would have thought a strand of barbed wire, probably no bigger than your little finger, would have stopped or deflected an arrow. But I can remember drawing back, thinking I had the pin exactly where it needed to be, and when I released, the disappointment that I had when that arrow hit that barbed wire fence and shot down to the ground, and that deer runs off about 80 yards and stops. Those opportunities don't come along very often, sometimes only once in a lifetime, but for me, that's probably the biggest disappointment, but I was very glad I had an opportunity to almost be successful with it.
I don't even have time to explain to you all the circus things we went through tonight to finally get in this tree. The weatherman said that the wind was going to be out of the west. On the way here, the flags were all blowing. The wind was perfect out of the west. We walk all the way in here, and by the way, it's warm. It's probably 80 degrees or 75. We get all the way in here. Which way is the wind blowing? It completely switches and blows. Now it's out of the east. This little neck, we're hoping, is the staging area where these bucks have been using before they get to the big alfalfa field. I've got probably, I need to range it, but I imagine I've got about 45 yards across this opening, so maybe we'll get a crack at a good one tonight if the mosquitoes don't carry me out of this tree.
Jay's plan starts to come together. Already he's got does moving toward the large alfalfa field that's on to the east of him.
It's a good thing we moved our stand, because the wind is right in our face and these deer are going right by us to the alfalfa. We got some deer. I see some does back here. Man, the wind has switched. It is terrible. Oh no. Oh, there's a great buck coming. Some does. Oh no. The wind's blowing right there. All we can do is we just gotta try and just douse ourselves. I got some of this dirt gel. Don't move. Yeah, I see the buck. Here he comes down the edge. He's coming. Here comes the buck. Here comes the buck.
Listen to all the Merriam turkeys that's in the background.
Shoot him first chance I get. Let me show you exactly what killed that deer. You can't believe what we were going through with these deer walking up here. That's the most nervous I've been in a long time. Yep, there's my arrow. It's pretty easy to pick out. And that's what you like to see right there. Awesome. Man, what a nice buck. Look at that. That is awesome. My first South Dakota buck. I come up here with Michael Waddell and Greg Miller, and I feel bad for Greg. Greg, you know, we were just all talking about falling out of a tree and how we all needed to really be careful. And he was coming out of his tree stand. He was about 5 feet from it, and he fell on his shoulder and ended up actually going to the clinic today. And he doesn't know if it's separated or not, but he couldn't draw his bow, so he's sitting back at the motel. So, Greg, this one's on behalf of you, buddy.
We're standing here with probably the biggest, baddest hunter in North Carolina. His name is Termite. He has been hunting since he was born, and it's been probably a good, I'd imagine, what, 6 years?
I've been hunting.
You've been hunting. You know turkey season ain't in right now.
I know.
Well, Termite, let me ask you this. How old are you right now?
7.
He is 7 years old. Did you ever watch Monster Bucks 1? Well, Monster Bucks, well, you wouldn't have been born then, so I guess he didn't. Might.
Watched the last one that come out.
But his dad just says he has watched the last one. Do you like watching these Monster Bucks videos?
Yes.
Now, your dad tells me that you're quite the hunter. Is that true?
Yes.
You pretty big guy. You been working out a lot? I hear you, man. Anything you want to say or tell the viewers that's watching the videos?
No.
You heard it right there. He's talked about everything he want to talk about. Termite, give me 5, brother. All right, man. Go get that big one this fall.
The next stop is the Harrideer Ranch, located just south of Cotulla, Texas, where the Realtree cameras hook up with Clinton Grinnell.
Last morning to hunt. We saw the deer yesterday for a glimpse and didn't get a shot at him. But we moved our stands over in this cactus flat. And I think we got a good chance this morning. Can't wait to get in the stand and see what happens.
As you can probably tell, Clinton's after a really, really big South Texas buck, and so far it's been a chess match, and right now the buck's in the lead. Incredibly, after 9 days of hunting, Clinton still has not gotten a shot at the big buck.
We're about out of time, but we're gonna sit for 10 more minutes. See what happens. 10 more minutes.
Now, when we say down to the wire, we mean down to the very last minute of the hunt. Cameraman Nick Munt has a plane scheduled to leave Corpus Christi, and he's got to get packing.
There he is. That big buck is right there.
This is what they've been waiting for.
Yeah, he's coming to us. He's coming to us. Bat. Bat.
Good shot, Clinton. Let's take another look at that in slow motion.
We've been on this deer for 9 days, and we just got him. Whew, baby. Oh man, I'm shaking. Oh man. Look at this buck. Look at that. His G2s must be 12 or 13 inches long. G3's 10 or 11. Oh man, he's got a real long kicker on his right G2, and right there, his brow tines are amazing. We've been watching a lot of pretty bucks, you know, young, 4.5, 10 points and stuff like that. That hopefully will, with all the nutrients and supplements we've been, planting for these deer and feeding for them, that they will turn out to be, deer like this or better.
There's no doubt in my mind that everybody's favorite miss of mine has to be the deer in Saskatchewan. We were putting on a drive, the buck runs down through the bottom and cuts up and comes right toward us. Comes up and cuts, and I fire about 3 shots at him running by. I don't think I even came close to cutting the hair on that deer, but I tell you one thing, people really, they let me hear about it, but we laugh and have a good time, because truly, it's misses like that that people really, really do remember.
It's opening morning of muzzleloader season in northwest Kentucky. We're at Rivers Bend Trophy Hunting Services with Mark Turner. He's got us set up on the edge of this cow pasture. Got a big hardwood drop here. Early this morning, right after our first rattling sequence, we had 4 little bucks to come in. Just checking things out right after daylight. It was right after we finished rattling, they popped over the hill looking. We hadn't seen anything since, but the sun's come up just a couple hours after daylight, and we fixed to get ready to rattle again. It's a beautiful morning. It's cold. They ought to be moving.
Now, Glenn's an avid bow hunter, and as you can see, he brought his bow along just in case a big buck gets within bow range. But his muzzleloader's still hanging up on the easy hanger behind him, so if one don't come close enough, I know he'll cock the hammer back.
He's looking right at us. He's got us. He's not coming. Good buck. He's walking into the woods. We got a muzzleloader buck there. It's a good one. Here. Back. Right there. good buck. You gotta do what you gotta do. We set up the bow hunt. Old boy come in and saw us right off the bat. We had to pick up the muzzle loader. His hindquarters just put the wop to him though. That's a good bug. Good deal. Good job, John.
Well, Glenn definitely gets the award for most prepared in a deer stand. I think you could have got at least one more weapon up there, Glenn.
Right here, where Mark's got this stand. It's gorgeous. Come in and show you something. Look at this right here. You can tell a little buck didn't make that. There's about 10 of them right here on top of this knot. It's a great place. Mark and these guys up here at Rivers Bend, they really know where these good spots are. This place is incredible. Come through right here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of sun here. We could almost see it right there he is. Look on the side of that tree too. Oh man, yeah. We heard him fall, but I couldn't see he was right over this hill. He is a good buck. Good gracious. He is a good buck. My first Kentucky whitetail. Man, he is a good buck. I am tickled to death. We tried the bow hunt, and it was the first day of muzzleloader season, so we said, hey, why not? We've been on a long road trip. 2 days into our Kentucky hunt, and we already tagging one. I tell you, Mark and the guys here at Rivers Bend Trophy Hunting Services, they know what they're doing. They got some beautiful property, 15,000 acres of some of the most gorgeous property you'll ever see. And this is a product of it. And these actually are common here. They got some good bucks. And these guys really know how to put you on them. And in fact, if it wasn't my job, I might just keep this place a secret. It's so good.
Congratulations, Glenn.
I thought he looked a little small. Shot was perfect, that wasn't.
You know, it's amazing what that miss has done for my career. I would have never thought at the time, back in 1995, that missing that buck would have created such a bond, so to speak, between me and other hunters. It's a conversation point. People walk up to me, other hunters, all the time and want to know what it felt like to miss that big deer. And I'll be very honest with you, at the time I didn't know that deer was world class. I saw he was a shooter and I focused on him and not the rack, and it wasn't until we played the tape, the footage later, that I realized how big he was. And in a way, I guess that footage and the Monster Buck series kind of took off from that point, in my opinion. And the Monster Bucks tape have set a bar that all other videos now have to kind of follow, and I'm just so glad that I've been a part of it for the last 10 years, and I look forward to spending a lot more time in the outdoors with the Realtree cameras.
Now we join Michael Waddell at the Perlitz Ranch in South Texas for an incredible bow hunt.
We in here for a morning hunt. We hunted in here yesterday evening, saw the deer we was looking for. He come in and the cameraman had a great view of him, but he was just, I'm down in a 10-foot tripod and I couldn't get a shot in through the brush. But this deer has been hitting this area real regular, so hopefully this morning he'll be right in here. Here comes some deer, right up here, about 150 yards out. It's a pretty good buck right there in the brush. That's the deer, that's him. That's the one we're looking, that's the 9-pointer right there. That's the boy right there.
Good shot, Michael.
Stay on it. He ain't going, he can't take that far. I think he went right down about 70, 80 yards up there. That didn't take long right there now.
Look, you see that's his track right there where he's running. There's a mesquite tree right down here. There's a tall mesquite tree. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the landmark I use. And that's always a good tip. If you got a deer running off and you know he's hit hard, watch, find your landmark that he went last by. Here he goes right here. Look, a little bit of sign right here on this bush right here. It's hard to track in this dirt. Sitting there looking for sign, look, laying right here. Woo-hoo. There he lays. This is a lot better buck than I thought he was. This is a good buck. He's out. God, look at this right here. Now folks, this is just a management buck. This is a mature buck. He's a 9-pointer. But this is probably all this buck will ever be. And he's a stud of a deer in my eyes. Unbelievable. Tell you what, this past last September 11th, it'll really make you realize how lucky we are to have a chance to spend out in the woods, out in the country, hunting and pursuing what we like, whether it be hunting turkeys or bow hunting whitetail deer. We really are privileged to have the opportunity to spend time in the woods and have the opportunity to hunt. And I know there's a lot of firefighters and police men and even women that enjoy hunting, and a lot of people around that tragedy that are not getting a chance to hunt this fall. So we definitely need to be thankful. I know I am to have the opportunity to hunt, but I'm tickled with this Perlitz Ranch buck right here. He's an awesome deer.
I think this little grudge match we're about to have, I don't think any of us are taking it real serious. You know, I certainly hadn't had a chance to.
For this defining moment, we go back to Monster Bucks 8, Volume 1.
What hit it? Ain't gonna know it. Big tournament coming up. Big tournament. Hoo-yah! Game time, baby!
You know, one nice thing is
This certainly continues to be one of the people's favorites as far as humor, and we just had a lot of fun with this segment here.
and I don't think Michael and David had a chance to shoot theirs very much either. And, you know, so we should be pretty evenly matched today. You know, it doesn't matter. You know,
Ooh, I just get tired watching this footage.
beat them or they beat me. It's, you know, just getting out here and having fun is the main thing. And I think anytime you have an opportunity to shoot your bow, you know, it's always a lot of fun. It really helps you in your preparation, you know, for the coming fall. You know, on the other hand, you can't really tell about those guys.
Now, Bill, you know we would never pull anything off on you.
Pull one off on me, but I don't think so.
All right, Mr. Hoffert, got the gate?
Yes, sir. Thank you, kindly.
We're ready to go. It's the 5th day of the hunt. We've seen a ton of deer. Good night, how many deer we seen, Brian? I mean,
Well, you're seeing probably 20, 25 deer a day.
yeah, and a lot of bucks. It's just on the verge of getting right. We're here in the muzzleloader season, Saskatchewan. But Brian says, how'd you say we're backing up?
We're pulling back the punt.
Pulling back the punt today. Brian's got a little spot down here. He tells me we got to cross the river on a boat. I didn't bring my skis with me.
This place is a little tighter, a little thicker than what we normally like for video. It may be tough getting a lot of footage of a buck he could slip in and be on top of us all of a sudden. But this is exactly the kind of stuff that they cover that these boats will cruise looking for does.
David's hunting with our good friend Brian Hoffert in Canada, and you know, over the years, Brian has really put us on some big Canadian whitetails.
Well past 11:30. They're gonna hit the rattle box. Together, maybe cruise.
I mean, he came from nowhere now.
To help steady the gun, David uses a level lock, and I guarantee you it really helps.
I think I'm gonna shoot him today. Alright. Ready? Did you see the smoke? I'm telling you, we hit the little rattle box, and this deer came in on a string. There he is. Good night. Look at the horn. Look at the mass on that beam sticking up right there. Look at the size of the buck. Goodness gracious. Folks, don't you look at this. Yes! Thompson Encore does it again. A little help from a level lock. That is fan. Look at this. Man, folks, I'm gonna tell you, that's a great deer right there. Look at the mass. I mean, he's heavy, thick, great brow tines. He's just a fantastic buck. Look at that. Long beams. Good night, am I tickled? Am I happy with this?
There's been a lot of cool things that's happened in the last 10 years of monster bucks. But one thing that's not so cool are these lids that the guys have on right here. Check out this hat Terry Rom's got on. Now this is a high lid. And even our good buddy David Blanton wasn't immune to having a bad hat from time to time.
You know, over the years, Iowa produces a lot of great bucks. Well, this hunt is with Lee Lakowski from Wisconsin. Check this hunt out.
Great shot, Lee.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Tell you what, we've had bucks running all over this morning. And this one, I was just afraid that he was going to get by me, so I was a little bit courting too, but I know I made a good shot on him. We'll give him a little while though. Man, I tell you what, it's been so hot out. It's like 75 and it's a little bit cool in the morning. And these bucks have really been chasing these does. And I tell you what, this buck is a giant. I don't know if he got 8 points or 10 or 9, but all I know is he was a shooter and he's a giant. Whew. Wow.
There he is. Wow. Look at that buck. Oh, man. Tell you what, although it's November 7th, the peak of the rut, or should be the peak of the rut for Iowa here, it's been so warm. It's like record high, 75 degrees today. And this morning I saw this giant down by the creek. He's down there and there's another buck running a doe, and I hit the horns together in the grunt tube. And next time I looked, he was coming right up the rise, right up at us. Gave me a 20-yard shot. Wow, what a giant. Take a look at that buck. He palmated out on the ends. Wow. What an awesome Iowa whitetail.
When I went to work for Realtree over 11 years ago, who would have thought back then that a deer hunting video like Monster Bucks would be as popular as it is today? The Monster Buck video series is the best-selling deer hunting tapes of all time, and boy, have we come a long way. I'll never forget the first time I ever went to South Texas. Didn't know what to expect. First morning out, we load all of our gear in a truck, and it was a truck that had no top on it. It was my first experience with what they call a high rack. We leave the camp before daylight, and Bill and I are sitting in the back, and we start riding the roads very slowly, and I'm thinking, boy, we'll never get to the stand if we keep driving this slow. Finally, after about 30, 40 minutes, and it's starting to break day, I asked Stephen Burns, I said, Stephen, how long before we start hunting? And he said, we're hunting. And I looked at Bill, and he looked at me, and needless to say, it didn't take us long to go into town and buy some tripod stands and set them out and start hunting the way we were used to hunting back home. But we've learned so much along the way. We've been in northern Saskatchewan, 30 below. We've hunted South Texas when it was 100 degrees and everything in between. And we have met the nicest people all across this country. My faith has been restored in nice people, because truly one of the blessings of my job is getting to meet just some incredible individuals around the country that really show a lot of hospitality and love life.
John Zent is the editor of the NRA's American Hunter magazine and has been a friend to the Realtree guys for years, and it is indeed a pleasure to have John join us at the Milk River this past year. He had certainly seen the Milk River on the videos in the past, but as he put it, to experience this in person was a completely different world. John has hunted all over North America. He always said that a big whitetail is one of the most elusive big game animals he's ever hunted, and he really wanted to score on a big whitetail, and we couldn't think of a better place to take John than the Milk River in northeast Montana. Obviously, this is one of our favorite places to hunt, and we thought it'd be great for John and the NRA guys to join us in Montana.
And the deer are really starting to move. They're coming out of the woods now, a bunch of them.
As usual, these bucks are filtering from the bedding area on the river out into the lush alfalfa fields.
John's stand just happens to be in a big cottonwood in a perfect location.
Oh yeah, they're really pouring out of there now. Oh, I think there's a good, might be 2 good bucks in the back of that bunch. Let me get a little closer.
Good shot, John.
Oh, he's going down there. All right. I got it. Yeah, he's down there. Oh, he's a pretty good buck, too. Boy, I can't wait to get there and take a good look at him. Well, we're going to go get the buck now. Decided to wait until dark because there were so many deer out here in these fields all around us that wanted to spook as few of them as possible. So we'll go have a look. It's tough to wait when you got one on the ground, but let's go take a look at him. Oh, there he is. Look. All right. That spread on him. Nice mass here at the beams. Oh, he's got a little fork here. A 9-point. Good back tines. Oh, yeah. Well, this is really the kind of buck and the kind of a hunt every hunter dreams about, and I really feel fortunate that I was able to take this buck today.
Be there. It's got to be right on that edge. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Chances are he's going to be hauling the mail just like this big egg. Come on, Larry. One more shot, Larry. Larry, I believe if you had one more bullet, you could get him.
I can't. I'm out of shells.
That's right, Larry. I know how you feel.
Sometimes you shoot at them, sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't. I was all over that one at the wrong place at the right time.
What's that saying? Deja vu, Larry?
Did you grab that gun? It's unloaded right there. Tell you, I think it's going to be a good afternoon.
I think so too. That wind's perfect for the stand.
Man, y'all outdid yourself on this blind.
This should work out pretty good for you.
This is awesome right here. We put this bar up here and braced it underneath. Great place to rest the gun up there. We got the sandbag, and that thing just gets locked in, and so I should have a good rest right there. The Tucumani is known for its big deer, and just look at that food plot. You know, the Lab and the Monster Mix, all the seeds the Tucumani, manufactures and makes, they make for awesome whitetail racks. Just comes some does into the field right here. They are really hitting the soup plot real hard. They are just, I mean, eating like crazy. Look at that doe right there. She is munching away. She's getting mouthful after mouthful. She is eating hard. Those bucks are really chasing those does. Good buck right here coming. That's the deer we're after right there. That's the big deer. He's in that far food plot. He's starting to walk towards this other deer right here. He's starting to walk across that plowed field. He's coming to us. He's going down. He's going down. He's down. What a great buck. Oh, goodness. I tell you, this is awesome right here. You know, I tell you, I can't thank Gary Schwartz and Ryan and all the guys down here. I got a good shooting house right here and had a good rest inside. That is a gorgeous deer. Look, we're going to ease out here on these crutches and see what we got, but that was an awesome hunt right there. Oh man, am I excited. What a gorgeous deer. Oh, look at the size of this deer. Let me see if I can get this gun down and get down here with him, but oh, I'm extremely happy. You know, we had seen this deer 2 days ago and didn't have an opportunity to, you know, get a shot at him. You folks just bear with me just a minute. Let me see if I can get down, but having knee surgery and deer hunting don't really go together, but I had to come hunting. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deer. Put these crutches by that Remington. Look at the size of this buck. You know, when we saw him the other day, we thought he was this good. He has long brows in here. We knew that. Had a little split right there. Looks like it's broken off. Didn't see this other day, but got some little kicker points, but basically a main frame, 5x5. But you know, I tell you what, I got to give a lot of credit to the, you know, Tecumate Ranch. These folks know how to grow big deer. We know the lab and the other monster mix that they have, and you could tell the deer was eating on it when he first came out and then started coming in this little food plot in front of us. But you know, I can't say enough for the Schwartz family and Ryan and all the guys helping out this week, especially with me on crutches.
Michael, Steve, Ray, John, myself ran a production meeting.
Okay, do you want to talk to Jeff Foxworthy?
Ask him if we can call him back. Tell him.
Why don't you put on speakerphone and see what he thinks?
One of the most important processes that we go through in putting together monster bucks is early on we all sit down together and we talk about what hunts were really good during the deer season and which hunts were so-so and frankly which hunts were terrible. And it's really interesting to see how all the guys put together their input as to how they think hunts should be conveyed on the video and what they think is important to present to the viewers. So it's a really neat process that we go through.
Michael, that's some pretty good hunts on that on those first couple of hunts.
I guarantee you, we volume 2 is no different from volume 1. A lot of big deer.
Got a lot of big deer. Now, what we're doing right now, I'm sitting on this stump, but we've got a boar target up there.
That's right.
And to make the difficulty just a little bit more, you have to kind of sit right here and lean back to clear this tree. And so that's our shot.
I know.
Good. It's Willie down there behind the tree.
Hey, Fancy running into you out here. Oh, just out here. I got a question for you. You know whose property you're on?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, we do.
Who?
We're on our property. It's our property.
Huh. That's interesting.
Where's your little buddy?
He's around here somewhere. T-Bone! Come on out! Listen, I got to wondering, you boys got any money left?
We got
a few dollars.
We're gonna take some money back.
What happened to the money you won earlier?
He got hungry, I told you. So we're back for a little bit more.
You hungry, T-Bone?
Fish sticks. He's got his mind set on them Ben Gordon fish sticks.
Let me ask you, where in the world you gonna go get a pearl? I know you ain't hunting the Pearlets Ranch, or did you?
Well, I booked a hunt down there last year, and they sent me the hat and everything, and canceled it. Kept the hat. Sure, they're looking for that in the mail. Keep looking.
Just to get a hat.
I bet you got a big collection there.
Well, I got all kind of hunting stuff. You know, I'm kind of getting to be a little bit known in the hunting industry.
Looks like an official Team Realtree Pro Staff shirt there.
Where did you get that shirt?
Got it over to the pawn shop in Waverly Hall.
Michael Waddell.
Where did you get your shirt?
Gotta buy diapers, guys. I got a kid now.
So what do you say, fellas? You want to get it on one more time? Try my boy T-Bone.
T-Bone, can you hop up on this stump?
Yes, sir.
Are we there?
Oh, listen to the sweet music of that thing. Let's get it on, fellas. Let's get it on.
Go on, Bill. Go on, Bill. I thought we done shook old T-Bone.
Are the brim biting?
You been fishing my lake too?
On them fish sticks. He's got a thing for fish sticks, Ben. You make some good ones.
Fish sticks, old T-Bone.
Sitting down.
A little low.
Is a little low.
Uh-oh.
All right, who's up?
I smell them fish sticks cooking.
I believe I do too.
Are they getting fried?
Oh man, here we go.
All right, D.
Is that target? Mr. Blanton.
Daryl Blanda, one of the finest in the industry. He's a good one. He's a good one.
Nice.
You're a good one, Mr. Blanda.
That's smoke right there, fish stick.
Well,
that's fish stick.
Apparently you want a little bacon with your eggs, don't you?
Yeah.
Woo! All right, what we got?
All right, Michael.
Mr. Waddleman's up.
I'd say Mr. Waddell, he's a good shot.
He's a good shot.
I think just to the left of you, David. Oh.
Fish sticks.
Fish stick.
Gotta stay focused.
Fish stick.
Here, I'll hold what you got.
We got a little room for fish sticks in that one there, T-Bone.
That bow.
That's a nice bow you got there, T-Bone. T-Bone won't talk to you once he gets in the element. Look at it.
You know, you don't see as many of them stainless steel bows as you used to.
You don't see many Zebco 33s mounted on them either.
That's a nice. I tell you what, you don't
He's
find
got
many.
some money in it.
It's hard to find a bow case that doesn't fit in.
He's got some money in it. His daddy won a scratch off there in 1997.
Old T-Bone, he killed a lot of deer with that thing. T-Bone! Fish! We got some fish!
I believe we do. It's a pleasure doing business with you fellas at Real Time. Good luck in the business, camouflage business. Go on and talk to your wallet. Go to the old Hip National one more time. Good to see you again, Ben.
See you at the Pearlets.
Yeah, we'll see you at the Pearlets.
I bet if you work hard.
You're right. Everything's right. Enjoy the videos, fellas. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank
We
you.
got some fish. We got some fish.
Hey, Will, what part of the deer does the fish stick come from?
Your mama dropped you on your head, didn't she? Come on. You got
Got some fish. We got some fish.
What hunt does people give me the hardest time about? There's no doubt it's got to be the deer at the Encinitas Ranch. It's been a long time ago, but this deer, me and my brother-in-law had been down there hunting the Encinitas, and it was the 7th day of the hunt. And we've been on a lot of good deer, but this one big 8-pointer we'd seen a few times, we finally had this deer come by our blinds at a long distance of 6 yards and come to full draw. And to this day, I don't have a clue how I missed that deer. I feel like I could make the shot 10 out of 10 times, but you only get one chance of those big bucks. But without a shadow of a doubt, that hunt stands out and comes up more at hunting shows than any other hunt I've ever been on.
Now let's join my good buddy David Blanton on an early season bow hunt in Wyoming.
I think another 30, 35, 40 minutes, these deer start moving. Last year when we were out here, it was 70 degrees. There's a 20-degree difference. These deer moved a lot early in the afternoon.
David is hunting with 7J Outfitters, and you can always guarantee that those guys are going to have you on plenty of deer.
Here comes a deer of some sort. I think it's a doe. If it's not a doe, it's a little buck. Be very important. Let this doe come in here and feed undisturbed. So we gotta be really, really still. Here comes a really, really good buck. He looks like a shooter to me. See him velvet right velvet. See him yelling. Yelling. Got it. It cut in that drainage down there. He's slightly quartering away. There he had just a touch back, but I think it went up in him. Right here we go. This is where he cut in. We got a couple of drops right here. I think he's gonna be right in this bottom. Here we go. Here we go, right here. He's coming right down through this ravine where we thought. Right up through here. He's hit good. He's hit a touchback, but he's quartering away. Here. Look at there, there he is. There he is. All right. Good gracious, what a buck. What a deer, look at that. Good night, look at this. Woo!
Boy, look at that. Is that awesome? This deer is phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful mainframe 8. I tell you, it was an awesome hunt. Deer started coming in the field. Looked up about 6:30, 6:45, and saw these horns in the pines coming down. And I mean, I am just tickled with this deer. That's what it's all about, early season bow hunting. These deer are still on a late summer feeding pattern. They're fairly predictable. Jeff and the guys out here at 7J do an awesome job of figuring these deer out, and they don't pressure them.
For this defining moment, we go back to Monster Buck 6, Volume 2, Eastern Colorado, a bow hunt for mule deer, and I put on a great stalk for a really awesome buck, bedded down in a milo field, and well, let's just say that the stalk goes fine until about 40 yards out. Things just don't go as planned.
I got to 40 yards and my contact pops out.
I don't know what you're doing. I can see you down there doing
I went to range and I torqued my eye just right and it popped out under my head net. So I had to go to my knees, take my head net and hat off, my gloves off, find my contact on my cheek, put it in my mouth and try to get it back in. I didn't think I was ever going to get it in, but I did, and I got 30 yards from him. He stood up, perfect shot, and I just shot under him.
I always enjoy going to the Perlitz Ranch, and especially when I have a chance to video with Jeff Foxworthy. It seems like Jeff and I always have a lot of luck when we're hunting together.
Deer just started to move. Man, we have seen some good bucks in here. All young bucks, but this is a beautiful location down here. Actually, first kind of sunny weather we had, so maybe it'll change our luck today. This could be a good morning. Deer's starting to move. I got does filtering in here and a couple of little bucks. Man, the weather's good. The first time it hadn't been overcast. This is a great area for bucks, man. They're crossing all and on, and they're right on the front edge of the rut. They're starting to bow up on each other. Lip curl a little bit, so it could be a good morning. They're all good mornings.
After hunting for a few hours, we still haven't seen any trophy mature deer, but it's only a matter of time.
Right there in the bottom. Right there in the bottom. That's a big deer. That's a good deer. Oh man, that deer's heavy. This might be our boy right here. That might be our boy right there. Boy, that is a good deer. Oh, he's gonna come right up the gut here too. That might be the deer we want. No, you know what? We're gonna take him. Man, is he heavy. He's gonna head right down through that pass. I can't shoot him right there. No, I can't shoot him right there. He's got brush. I can see his neck, but I'm not shooting. If he'll keep coming, he's gonna walk right into that opening up there. I'm gonna try to wait. Here we go. Yeah, you want him? He's down, baby. Is he down? He's down. I don't know if other hunters, I do know if other hunters do this, because I got buddies that hunt. I did a real good job. I kept taking deep breaths and kept my calm. Once I knew he was a buck I wanted, I wouldn't look at his horns. I kept my calm until I shot, but I am shaking like a leaf. If I had to climb out of a tree, I'd be in trouble. Look at my legs. That's why you hunt, man. I've done so many other things in my life that were fun. Nothing gives me this feeling. Man, was that exciting. That's a good buck. That is a good buck. Good night of sign in here. You know, people want to know why you go to South Texas to hunt deer. Look at the sign in here, the droppings, the tracks. I mean, these deer, look at that path through. These deer are tearing this up. They've been rubbing on these branches. You got broken branches everywhere. This is just awesome, and this buck should be right down here near. There he is. I see his white belly. You see him? Oh, man. Oh my goodness, this is not ground shrinkage here, and he died in the scrape. Look at that, he got a scrape here, scrape there, and he died laying right in one. What a buck, what a pig this deer is. Unbelievable. You know what, and when you watch these Realtree videos, it always looks like they just go out and sit in the tree and here comes the deer and they shoot it. We've been out here for days and days and days, morning, afternoon, and night, because they had seen this buck in here a couple of weeks ago. And a big mature buck, look at that, he's been rubbing in a tree or a cactus or something. Look at all that. That's still wet. Look at that, that's still wet. That's unbelievable. I'm gonna leave that on there, I think. But look at the mass on this dude. I mean, that is just a great, great deer. Big mature deer. This is one of the most exciting weeks of my life. I love coming to the Pearlitz Ranch, and he was worth the wait, I promise you.
And Texas had a lot of rain this past spring too, during the antler growth time, which really helped.
And then what about heart attack?
What?
Think we ought to show these folks heart attack?
I don't know if I'm ready for heart attack, because I may have one right here, but this is absolutely one of the largest whitetails in the wild I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is not a brood buck. He's not a tame buck. He's a wild whitetail, and it's on the Tecomate Ranch of Gary Schwartz's, and he's an incredible buck.
And his name is Heart Attack. For people to understand, his name is Heart Attack.
Well, David, I tell you, you've had quite a week so far.
It's been busy so far. We just got to find the right one.
A lot of encounters. These deer are really coming to horns.
They are coming to horns. They're coming kind of slow like they do in the post rut, but they're coming.
Mm-hmm. And Jay, I tell you, we've seen a lot more buck activity the last couple of days.
Yeah, well, Mac shot that buck last night. We're finally starting to see some of the big ones moving around. I think where maybe we might want to try this afternoon, right down here, David, there's a really good funnel area. There's a really steep bluff, and we've had some good luck in here before. Bob shot a really nice buck right here one time. Thinking with the way the wind, of course this is north and south, the wind's blowing this direction.
Right.
Maybe if we get you guys set up down in this corner, maybe we could just go up here and let the wind maybe push some deer down towards you, something real slow. Right. We could go clear at the other end. And
I like that.
And if anything's in there, it may funnel by and.
Yep. Big block of woods here. Should be some deer holding in here, and I know there's a bunch of deer in here because we've been seeing them on these fields, so they should be moving back and forth between there.
It's an excellent funnel area.
Yeah, well, good. This is our last day here at Diamond Springs Ranch, and since it's our last day, we're gonna hunt all day. It's about 12 noon now, and we moved over here to this bottleneck. There's a big field about 200 yards below us and a big bluff about half that distance. We're gonna sit on this ridge here between two big blocks of woods. Great funnel, bottleneck for activity. A little rutting activity still going on. We're just hoping to catch a buck during midday moving through here. We'll spend the rest of the day, give it all we got this last day. Any luck, we may catch one.
David's had a really good hunt in Kansas during this week, rattling a lot of bucks. But it was the last day of the hunt where, unbelievably, things changed for the better so quick.
Something's coming. It's a buck. It's a good buck. He's coming. Get ready.
This buck is at 20 yards and closing fast.
Beautiful. Hey, that was a pre-drive buck.
Hey, what can I say, David? Sometimes things just fall in your lap.
We're set up for a drive, and the drive hadn't even started, and the buck walks into the drive. Hey, I can't believe that. We're expecting the deer to come from this way, and this guy comes walking in.
That was awesome. You whistled at me and I went, wait a second.
He's coming into the drive.
I couldn't believe it.
He's got double forks on his brows. Is that a deer you said you knew?
Last year we saw a 10 that had double forks on the brows. Is that a 10?
No, I think he's an 8 with forks on his brows.
Cool. Let's go again.
He's just a nice deer. He's a nice deer. A beautiful old buck. Wow. Beautiful buck. Oh, too, look at the size of that thing. Those fishtail forks. Man, what a buck. We're here down on Diamond Springs Ranch in Kansas, and what a hunt it has been. And what a way to end it. This is our last day, and this old buck came walking along. It proves that if you hunt hard and stay with it, anything can happen. What a buck. What a place. This is classic whitetail hunting here. Creek bottoms, major food sources, cornfields, soybean fields, travel corridors, funnels. That's what we're sitting on here, is a funnel between the end of a field and a big bluff, and we just happened to be here at the right time. What a buck.
If you've watched our videos, you know that Montana is one of our favorite places to go. And you know, a couple of years ago, I had an opportunity for deer of a lifetime. You know, it was a deer that had been seen early in the hunting season with Brad Harris, and you know, I had an opportunity to go into Montana during the rifle season, and I was going to try to bow hunt. And one morning, we have our lookout place up above the alfalfa fields, and we were glassing, and I just see this enormous deer, you know, with the binoculars. And you know, we watched that deer almost an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we watched the direction he went off the field. Well, I went back late that morning, and we were going to get back on a stand. He'd walked not too far from the stand that we had up on the field, but when I got back about an hour later at 12 noon, he, along with about 20 other deer, had come back out in this alfalfa field. Some were up feeding, and he actually was feeding and bedded down. Well, I ended up having to sneak along the river. It took us probably 45 minutes to an hour to get in position and sneak into this deer. I actually had to belly crawl with the cameraman the last, I'd probably say 80 to 100 yards. Got in position and was fortunate enough to make a good shot, and it turned out to be, it was like 22 points, 187 gross Boone and Crockett, deer. But just seeing that magnificent deer early that morning and sneaking up on him and getting close enough for a shot, what a great day. Montana is always a regular stop for the Realtree team, and here's good friend and excellent archer, George Dixon. And first day of the hunt, he has some nice bucks get close to him, but not close enough just out of bow range. But you know what? Montana and the Milk River has a lot of good deer. And the next day, George sets up on some really great deer. Two good bucks just out of bow range.
You know, this morning, I was up here on these hills, glassing down on these alfalfa fields, and this thing was loaded with deer. Several good bucks were out here, and this adjoins the Milk River. It's just an awesome place. I've been seeing more deer than you can imagine. And I got a big old cottonwood over here with a stand in it, and the wind's out of the west. And I think all the deer are bedded right back over here. So I'm gonna walk over here and get in the stand. They ought to be here in another hour, hour and a half.
In Montana, the action can happen fast. George, now I can see why you won so many archery tournaments. What a great shot.
He fell. He's down. He's down. Well, how's that? We've been in the tree 2 minutes, maybe. 2 good bucks. Walk right up. I don't even have my wrist strap on. My release. You know, that was a good buck, but it happened so fast. We need to get out there and go see just how good he was. Let's do it.
Besides being a great tournament archer, George is also a great shot on trophy white-tailed deer. You know, it has to be a great feeling walking through the alfalfa on the Milk River and a trophy white-tailed deer laying on the ground. You know, George, I'll have to admit, you had a great shot. Great deer, buddy.
He's got double forked brow tines. Look at the size of this buck. Goodness gracious. Oh, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. Wow. I'll tell you what, I've been here 2.5 days on the Milk River in Montana, and I bet I've seen 500 head of deer, and at least half of them are bucks. And I've never in my life seen a place this good. I guarantee you one thing, Bill Jordan knows where to hunt. Wow, what a deal.
Trey, it sure is an honor to have you in the Realtree booth.
Thank you.
What's your favorite type of hunting?
Probably duck and goose.
Fantastic. You watched the monster buck video some?
I have.
And who's your favorite hunter on there?
You.
How much is that going to cost? How long do you think it'll be before Michael and Bill can maybe hunt as good as I can?
Never.
Never. I mean, I didn't even pay him anything to say that either. You're a smart young man.
I know.
You know, I'm hunting with my son Tyler, and I just gotta say, this is Christmas Day, afternoon. We've opened all our presents up. I take him on a deer hunt on our farm here in Alabama, and I just want you to listen closely to the exchange of me and Tyler talking about his first deer hunt.
Is the barrel too high? Okay. Let's load her up.
We're hunting a big green food plot right here, and you know, the deer start coming out a little bit before dark, and you know, we're just hoping to see some deer, and finally some does start coming into the field. But what a great time I had with my son. All of a sudden, this buck comes into the field, and I don't know who gets more excited, me or Tyler.
There's no such thing as getting nervous. Just ease it on and don't just squeeze off the trigger, okay? Wait, okay. And you got it right there, Ty? Is it comfortable?
Got it.
All right, each day on the scope and see what we got.
Here I am trying to talk Tyler all the way through the hunt, and hey, I'm nervous myself.
All right, can you put it right on his shoulder?
I got it.
You see where his legs are, his front legs?
Yeah.
Okay. Just get across.
As you can tell, it's starting to get a little dark, and I don't want this deer to get away from us.
Okay. All I'm saying is earphones. Turn broadside, deer.
Come on, dear, it's getting dark.
I hear you, buddy.
I got the gun. Oh! Look!
watch him. Let's watch him.
Make sure he don't get up now.
I got it. Good boy.
That little 243 did it, didn't
I'm
it?
gonna hold him.
Hold him up.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome. All right, tell me. It's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day.
Right?
Right.
And who didn't want to go deer hunting today?
Me.
Now, see what happens when you go deer hunting? Aren't you glad I brought you now?
Oh, yeah.
We got to thank Mr. Chuck, too.
What?
Mr. Chuck. That is, let's see. But that is a good first deer. Alabama, Christmas Day. We had a good Christmas today, didn't we?
7.
I am so proud of you.
Man, we thought he was only a 6. Man.
Bud, you know what? Don't you look back at that shooting house? I am gonna probably say that may be 150 yards. 140 and 150. We had a good rest, and you did it.
Earnhardt there, you saw him dancing around trying to pass.
Well, you guys know I'm a big race car nut and won a lot of races, whatever, but what I really enjoy outside of racing, other than family, is getting out and hunting whitetail.
Oh, Lord, look, you look at that deer to the right down there. That's an awesome deer.
You guys ought to experience this. This is awesome. Great snow, great cold wind. It's pretty neat. Best buck of the year. Probably gonna be my best buck of the year. This is one of the best hunts I've ever been on. My buddy Ned Yost got a nice deer. Jordan got a nice deer. I finally got a nice deer. Great buck. Let's go to the house.
Now let's go hunting with Realtree cameraman and producer John Tate. John's hunting up in Alberta, and as you can tell, the weather has gotten good.
We've changed stands this afternoon. Spitting snow. It's basic Alberta late November weather. Chris and Vern found this spot. This gas line is just being torn up. There's a lot of trails, a lot of bucks cruising for does, scrapes, rubs, you name it, it's here. So we're gonna settle in for this afternoon and see what happens. Before I get good and settled, I'm gonna take some of this 1969 I brought, some scent bombs, and me a drag line out through there. Be right back.
When bucks are out seeking does and they're cruising edges trying to find that first hot doe, laying down a drag line can be very effective to get that big buck right in a favorite shooting lane.
A lot of you watched our videos the past couple years. You've seen us using these Encore, Thompson Center Encore guns. And what I did, I had a 50 caliber muzzleloader barrel on this gun before I came on this trip. And Greg Ritz sent me a 300 Win Mag bull barrel. I put a Nikon scope on it. About 5 shots at 100 yards, I was shooting a 1/2-inch group. All right, I'm front. It's a little buck. He's not wasting any time getting across that gas line. That's a good sign. It's only 12:30. Been in the stand about 30 minutes, and that's our first deer we've seen. Bucks are cruising. Oh, God, right there. Right there. Get on him. Boy, that's a good deer. I don't need binoculars for that joker. Okay, he's just feeding. Golly, I cannot believe he come that close. He went right, I don't think we got it on camera. He's right over there laying down. I can see him from here. Ooh, what a deer. Big old chocolate horn, big body. I just looked up and he was right there. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, baby. Cold weather got him moving. Right there he is, baby. He might have went 50 or 60 yards. I got a Thompson Encore and a 300 Win Mag. Boy, it did a number on him, baby. Come here and look at him. Woo! Golly. Big Canadian body on him. Good grace, I can't even hold him up. Boy, look at this beautiful deer. It's all busted up, lost his right main beam. These spruce saplings in his horns where he's been rubbing. Big old deer. Old Ron Nemechek, he knows what's going on, folks. Alberta's where it's at. It's where the big boys roam. Awesome.
Over the years, there are those hunts that are special because we've had to overcome certain obstacles to be successful. And one hunt that really comes to mind that I have a lot of enjoyment out of, that really means a lot to me, was in Colorado several years ago. John Tate and I were there, and the wind blew like 40 miles an hour every day. And it was the first week of November. It was prime for rattling, but we couldn't because the deer couldn't hear anything. The wind blew so hard. And we stayed positive. We kept a positive state of mind. We were persistent and we were patient. Finally, the wind broke on like the 5th morning of the hunt. We went out, got in our stands at daylight. We hit the rattling horns together. And jokingly, I turned around to John and I said, "All right, John, get ready, here he comes." And I turned back around, and sure enough, this 10-pointer was coming out of the brush right to the horns. And he comes up there, and we took him at 15 yards. So we overcame a lot of obstacles to be successful on that trip, and that hunt really means a lot to me.
This is a deer that's typical of the first year on the ranch before our nutritional program started. He's light horned, kind of yellow horned. This would be typical here of what we have now. Now, obviously, this is a bigger deer, but look at the mass. And the extra points, too, that's a sign of nutrition. You get extra points, of course, that drop time, too. This is a sign of additional nutrition.
Well, it's the last morning. We've hunted hard, and we have seen a lot of bucks. We've seen so many bucks, it's actually been funny, and we've not seen a mature buck now in a couple of days. We had that one opportunity. The buck came in running all over the place. I let him get out of there without getting a shot at him. But we're going to stay with the same food plot again. There's too many deer using that plot, and we're going to slip in again this morning.
The El Cazador Ranch has become a special place for me for a couple of reasons. One is hunting really big deer that have gotten massive horns through nutrition, but also it gives me a chance to hunt with my good friend and mentor, David Morris.
Yeah, it's slow. But it was really cool this morning, probably 40 degrees. David said these deer, when it's cold like that, these deer won't move till the sun gets on up, but I would have thought we'd seen something by now. All right, there's a deer. I can't tell. It's all I can see is legs. It's a buck. It's a good deer. Look. Well, that is an old buck there. I've not seen that deer at all. That deer's a candidate right there. That deer's old enough. He's gonna come out in that open right there. Come on. All right, here he is.
Now I'm hunting with my Thompson Center Encore muzzleloader, and this deer is clipping the corner at about 157 yards. I can make this shot with that Encore.
Okay, there we go, right there. All right, right there.
Boy, it felt good. He ran off. I can't tell. Whew, boy, that's a great deer. He is wide and heavy. He's an old buck. And I hit him hard. And usually, when they take off, when you hit him that hard with a muzzleloader, boy, it puts a hurting on them. I lost him in this thick stuff right here. There's all kind of tracks. Man, I've not seen this deer before. He is old and wide and heavy. This is a great, great deer, the kind of deer we're after. Been hunting this food plot all week and not seen him. I know he went this way generally. There's so many tracks right in here. Okay, right here. Here we go, right there. There's good sign. All right, right here, he's cut off this road. Look, there he is. Look at that. He didn't go 40 yards. I mean, look at this. That is awesome. Look at that. Man, what a buck. This deer is as old as Methuselah. I mean, look how, he's got a big old bull head on him. A lot of mass. Look how wide. That deer's 21, 22 inches inside. A perfect deer, exactly what we've been looking for.
My personal favorite hunt that actually, as far as overcoming obstacles and having to still have an opportunity to hunt and be successful, it'd probably have to be in the Milk River, or at the Milk River up in northeast Montana. We were hunting and had a bunch of riders in camp. Bill was up there, and we were on a lot of big deer, but this one particular deer, I'd seen this deer several different times while we were hunting and scouting, and it was a narrow rack 10-pointer, actually mainframe 10. And I remember just from the first time I saw him, I thought, man, I want this buck. And sure enough, we scouted, and the first time we hung the stands and had a good wind, this buck come by our stand at 35 yards, and I made a good shot. And just from a sheer fact, it was a big buck, number one, but it was such a neat situation to have opportunity to scout that buck, see him several different times, put a plan together, and be successful. That was my favorite personal hunt.
The Midwest always produces a lot of trophy white-tailed deer, and here Michael's in Kansas, and the last couple of years you've seen some really big deer come from Kansas. Michael makes his way to the tree stand, the wind's starting to pick up, but it's the rut of the year, and these deer are really starting to move. These bucks are checking for does. As Michael gets his bow tied on, gets settled in for the afternoon hunt, these green plush alfalfa fields are a great place to place a tree stand near when these deer come in to feed. And you know what? These bucks are checking out these does. Just watch. Anytime you get to a good food source, these does are coming in, and the bucks are sure not too far behind. One thing we find in Kansas and other places in the Midwest, a lot of times when the wind's blowing, it doesn't seem to affect the deer movement that bad. Certainly in this case, Michael has great luck.
Comes another doe. There's a good buck behind her. Good buck behind her.
You know, this buck pushed this doe kind of away from Michael, but all of a sudden the doe comes back, and guess who shows up? He's back.
Back.
Great shot, Michael.
He's down right there. You saw it right there, folks. Man, these bucks are hard at it chasing these does. Man, that is a huge mature Kansas buck. See him laying right there. You come here, I want to show you something. Here's where he was standing, right here. And that's where he's laying, right there. He went maybe 60 yards, and he's out, baby. He went right by this old cattle feeder right here. Went right down this trail right here, old cattle trail. He didn't go anywhere. He barely made it across the creek. Here he is. I'm talking about a brute Kansas whitetail. This is a mature buck, exactly what you're looking for. There's a lot bigger deer around here. This is a, high 130s, 140 class buck. But just look how mature he is. A huge neck, been rutting. I mean, you saw that doe got him in trouble. These deer are actually, it seems to me that the rut is running just a little bit late here. It's only a couple days away from a rifle season, which comes in November 28th. I am tickled. I mean, what a hunt. Huge body deer. This deer is probably a 250-pound deer at least. This is awesome. I am happy.
This is a moving target right here.
Here's a real tree Monster Bucks defining moment from Monster Bucks 9 Volume 1. We're in our archery competition. The old swinging target, David Blanton, lays the smackdown on us to pretty much seal the deal to win the whole tournament for the Monster Bucks 9 video series.
That's a good shot.
I want you to know I paid our target guy over there $10 to stop it on my shot. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you all that now. All right, get it going.
Ooh. Just a little behind the scenes.
Not bad.
We all are good friends, but believe me, we're very competitive, and we want to beat each other in this tournament.
Keep a conservative run on things. I'm feeling good for Volume 2. All right, here it goes, guys. Big money shot here.
Oh! Good shot, David.
That's a 30 right there. That might be a 30
you
right
made
there.
this thing. But just remember, as I always say, when you have an opportunity, take a child hunting and fishing so
it's hard to be happy when you're getting beat.
You're the man. Well, guys, we got the last set of targets, and as always, they're the most difficult.
I know one thing, T-Bone has put it on us, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Well, I think he's a professional.
I'm
not
he
a
is
professional
too.
what, but he is a professional.
I think he's just playing dumb. I don't know if that's really him being dumb or if he's just playing dumb.
All right, David, what do you think?
Well, we're going to shoot the deer and the bear.
Bear being first.
I'm glad I'm not first, because that deer, and I can tell you right now, this ain't nothing but a gamble. This is we call this the Kenny Rogers shot.
I want everybody to see if they get a chance.
Right
We've got a lot of brush.
We got a bear right here.
We would not take that shot. We might need to say that in a while.
That deer is over 50. That deer is over 60 probably.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Through a clear cut.
Maybe 80 to 100.
Tell you what, I'm gonna shoot this. I think I got my lucky arrow right here.
You're gonna go the bear first?
I'm shooting bear first. I'm gonna shoot at the bear first. I'm not gonna necessarily shoot the bear. Here we go.
All right.
Good luck, Mike. I need it. Take it down. low. That thing.
All right, now you
It ain't
got
30.
the Hail Mary shot. All right, we got a little door opening here. Now this is the one, if you get this one in, you are probably the automatic winner.
You make this shot.
In the leg, baby.
You hit him.
Hey, you got him though. That air, hey.
I guarantee you.
You got through all that trash, and I don't know how.
Hey, don't if you just hit a target, it get you 5 points.
Yes.
Man, that bottom fell off. I don't know. I ain't gonna tell you what I shot him for because I was way short, but I shot him pretty stout, real stout. And
that helps David. I know we've got to really use it.
I'm nervous now.
You should be because we've been way off on all the guesstimations. Ain't nothing but a thing. Come on, David.
Good shot, David. Now, here comes your Hail Mary, and it is a Hail Mary too.
The Bears.
I wish people could see what we're looking at from right here.
It ain't nothing.
I don't see any openings at all.
If I had another arrow, I'd love to just.
The Bears done.
You got a good air shot, don't you? Let me get right here so I can see a little better, David.
I'm going for the vitals.
It's a long shot.
A lot of brush.
That David.
Hey, you lobbied it in.
Where'd it go?
It's in him. I don't know where, but it's so much.
I think it's high in the shoulder.
I think it's not a bad shot though. Getting it through was a deal. I'm like, you got
through 8 out of them.
I don't know about that.
I do know.
Right, Bill.
I didn't even heard brush.
I didn't either. I can't believe it. Not much brush.
Man, it was a little stouter than I thought.
Well, I went to church on Sunday.
Did you?
That probably had a lot to do with
Yeah,
it.
but y'all took money out of the offering plate. I put it in.
Mine went to
think nobody saw
T-Bone. High?
A little high. We hit
All right,
that bear.
now.
That bear don't stand a chance. We got him from top to bottom. That's the truth now.
All right, Bill.
I don't know how y'all. This is going to be a toughie.
83 yards.
It ain't far from that. Up, Bill hit him.
I hit him. I heard
clue where.
I don't know where.
I think if we'd hit him up there in that spine, he'd have been in the pickup truck. He'd have been on the ground.
I have no clue where it went. I just know it's in there somewhere. But guys, I just got to thank you. We've had so much fun today, and Volume 2 video, and we always have to thank our outfitters and our guides over the years. They've done a great job for us
the
once
last
again.
10 years, it's been incredible, and I tell you, this video was more work than any project we've ever done. Michael, you can attest to that.
Oh, no doubt about it. Like I said, we kind of celebrating 10 years, and it is a celebration because every one of the years I know I've been a part of it has been a blast, and I'm looking forward to 20 more.
Yeah, we got a lot more hunts to do, and folks, we want to thank you for joining us. And after the video, we're going to have all the outfitters, and if you're interested in hunting any of these places, we'll have the telephone numbers and addresses coming up shortly after the video. But from David and Michael and myself, we've got to thank you and hope you enjoyed the video. As I always say, when you have an opportunity, take a child hunting and fishing so they too can enjoy the outdoors. I've been taking these guys for a while. We'll see you next time for more great action right here from Realtree Outdoor Productions.
I'm just glad we're still friends.
Let's go check. I have no clue what we got down here.
Well, we can make up. It's always time for rekindling a friendship.
Y'all left the door open for me on this bear. You ain't lying. You slammed it shut through there, Chief.
I tell you what, though, you take that bear, David. If I'd shot that bear in real life, he was spooky. He went down and like took a step. That's right. Smoked him. All I needed was 4 inches.
He's hurting from ire.
That's right. Well, we had it broke his back, covered top to bottom.
Good granny.
There you go. That old Blanton works out, boy. Whew.
That's what those little arrows when they get in there.
That deer down there, I don't think I got nothing in the vitals.
I can't wait to go see the deer. That's what I want to see.
Well, how do we get there?
I'm depending on a real good hound dog.
We're trying to figure out who won this thing, Bill. We can't decide. I know Michael smoked it on the first thing.
David made a pretty good shot.
I can't believe any of those arrows got through.
That's what you call a Hail Mary right there now.
10 more years of shooting that shot, I might eventually kill him. I'm gonna go down to David. Mine's easy to pull off. I didn't get much meat. Doggone got it. Hey. We got polka dots all over him. That's it. The fat lady has sung. What y'all think? Time for turkey season.
I'll be honest with you, I was ticked off the way I shot that first round.
Gobble, gobble. Let's go.
Well, you know, that's the way it is.
I just didn't shoot you at all.
Well, you come back on that second round, you showed us who was boss.
Well, Bill, you know, as long as we're swapping hunt stories, I know last year on the monster buck thing, you had the heartache of the old barbed wire buck there.
Yeah, I tell you, that was a great hunt, and it was a lot of disappointment in that barbed wire buck.
Well, I don't know if you know it or not, but old T-Bone and I had an experience with a barbed wire buck ourselves last year. Our cousin called us, and they had a little four-pointer that got hung up.
Third shot was a charm on that one.
That's right, hung up in the barbed wire there behind his house, and we put the stalk on him, and like T-Bone said, third shot was the charm. Boy, that was a good deer, wasn't it?
Yes,
That's
yep.
some good eating.
It sure was. A little taint.
Got him tore up. Got him tore up. He can't think about it.
Could stand our success, kid.
Nope, a lot of people can't.
Yep.
Is that an awesome deer or what from the King Ranch? He's a mainframe 10. Got a little kick off his brow tine on the right side. Wyoming, the opening day of the Wyoming season. In the Black Hills up here with Jeff Smith, 7J Outfitters. Big, mean, pretty neat point. I want to strip it off the bases there. It's just, look at his body, it's tremendous.
Yeah, look for it. We started hunting here 3 days ago, and in 3 days, Ray and I connected on two great bucks for Mark.
Folks, the Hair Deer Ranch has come through again this year from the same scene. A unbelievable bow hunt and take a really beautiful South Texas mature buck with my bow. I couldn't be any happier with this deer right here. Awesome.
I tell you what, this is one of my best bucks ever. Northway Outfitters, they got some great deer. It was a hard week, hunting hard.
Look at the man, he's got it all. He is just a big, mature Kansas deer.
I cannot believe it. Look at the size of these G2s and G3s. Incredible.
Good night, my pickle. Am I happy with this? We've hunted so hard up here with Brian Hofford, Greenland.
Basically a mainframe 5x5. But you know, I tell you what, I gotta give a lot of credit to the Tecumseh Ranch.
I'm just so excited about it, and I just really appreciate you giving me the opportunity. I really do.
Well, I enjoyed you doing it. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Now we got
Right back. We should be able to hear that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
What are you doing out here? All does some pre-season scouting. Scouting for what? You know, no trespassing, signs, keep out, stuff like that. Let me tell you, these are a nice pair of boots. These are Larry Mahans, man. Well, back 12, 15 years ago. Willie.